Hey everyone, this is Mr. Molo. So kind of similar to the video from yesterday, I'm just going to go through the test here, and it's pretty much the same thing. So very similar to the review, so hopefully you did the review yesterday and you got a good score on that and took that seriously. Always a good idea to maybe go back and have the review open as you're doing this test here. So again, clicking and dragging, whether it's a function or not a function, labeling independent and dependent variable and domain and range, deciding whether something is linear or nonlinear, and then the same thing with those equations. There are rules there. Here, deciding pretty much if it's discrete or continuous, depending on the graph there, deciding on the domain and range, and then kind of the same thing here. So which chart fit or which example fits that problem. Here, plugging in the x's here to figure out what f of x is. We're starting with the submarine and stuff like that, so make sure you're looking at both the graph and the equation for that. 9, 10 are graphing. 11, you're figuring out the slope. 12, it's asking for the slope and the y-intercept. Just like on the review, 13 could be a little complicated here, just because it's asking for a lot of information. So make sure you graph it, and then look at the equation here to answer these domain and range and all that stuff. 14, 15, 16 is pretty much asking you about how it translates. So if it's horizontal or vertical, if it's a stretch or a shrink, and then if it's going left or right or up or down. So kind of those options there for 14, 15, and 16. 17 and 18 are the absolute values, so here's the two equations and how that matches up with the graph, and then same thing here. And then again, kind of like 19 and 20 yesterday on the review, you're skipping 19 and 20 on the test. If you do try them, and I suggest trying them, especially like number 19, there's 4 options here. So you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting it right. 20 is a little more difficult because you actually have to put in the answer there, but if you get it right, I'll give you extra credit for it. If you don't, then you don't lose any points. So since you're skipping 19 and 20, and since it's a test and Big Ideas doesn't let me remove questions from tests, I'm grading this test out of 90%. So when you hit submit and it says like 85, don't freak out and be like, oh my gosh, I got 15% off. Well, realistically, you only got 5% off because I'm grading it out of 90. So if you end up getting like a 95 or 100, then that would be extra points for you. So remember, it's out of 90. Also, you will notice that I gave you 2 attempts at the test. So try number 1, try number 2. Doesn't really matter if you do 2 before 1. They're both the same test. So if you don't make your score after the first time, try it again. I will take the better of the 2 scores, so you don't have to worry about like going down or anything. You get 85 the first time and 80 the second time. I'm not going to punish you and give you the 80. So you kind of get 2 attempts there. Since it's a test, there's no check answers. So make sure you're trying your best there.